Yep, that's me. You're probably watching this video and wondering, what the heck is this guy doing? Well, me too. So, I guess you're just gonna have to watch the rest of the video and find out. I have this sweet Shag rug that my parents gave me years ago in my basement, and this is going to be the carpet for the driving area on my RV. So I'm going to have to get all this stuff moved and steam clean it, and then I'll be ready to stick it in there. So since our last video, like last one we did the floors and started finishing the side panels, but before I finish these side panels here, I'm going to do this carpet because I want that panel to hold the edges of the carpet down. So that's all going to get carpeted from that step up. So I got to take the seats out, take these side trim pieces off and all that stuff. There's the rug out there. I went and steam cleaned it and shampooed it as good as it could get, really. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on taking these seats out, and we'll see if we can get this done today. So let's jump right into it. So I got the seats out, and I got one of these pedestals out. I didn't film it because it's just a huge pain. It took me forever to do. All of these bolts have nuts on the other side. So for any of you GMC motorhome people out there that want to take these out, there's nuts along the bottom. These 4 here you can get really easy with a wrench, and then these 3 you got to kind of reach back in there, but you can get them. This is the worst one because you have to access it from right here, so you got to get shoulder deep in this hole, reach all the way back there to that. And then as for the other 5 or so, there are holes in the wheel wells where they come out right there. So those weren't too bad. It's much easier if you have 2 people, so you can have one on each side. I just had to put a pair of vice grips on the inside and then come out here with the wrench. And these are always going to be rusty because they're just exposed and getting mud and water and salt flung up in there. But anyways, that's that. I'm going to get the next one taken out and keep moving on. I keep getting sidetracked to help on some other projects around the farm here, but making progress slowly. Got all the old flooring pulled up, got these 2 pedestals out. Flooring's not in bad shape. It looks worse on camera, but it really is pretty solid, except for one little rotted spot right there from the windows leaking. So I'm going to cut that out and replace a little corner there and start fitting the carpet. So yeah, it all came up pretty easy. I was just going to leave that old vinyl on there and put the carpet on top because, as you know, when I pulled off the old vinyl from down here, it took a lot of wood with it. But it wasn't too bad. Took a few splinters there and some there, but the other side was pretty good. So it'll clean up all right, and carpet hides a lot anyways, so it's all pretty solid, ready to go. I'm going to start getting that patch done, so I'll check in with you guys then. So I got all the rotted wood cut out. I know it doesn't look great, but it is all pretty solid. And then you can see it's straight to the aluminum channel under there, so should be pretty solid. And then I got a piece of 3/4 stuff cut that's going to go in there, get glued in and screwed down into the aluminum, and then that'll be in there flush. And I have it notched out a 1/4 inch here, and we're gonna lay some new 1/4 inch stuff in there like that on top of it, glue it all together, sandwich it all together. It'll be nice and good, and as always, it'll get treated and painted on the underside and on top, so it should last another few decades. It's not perfect, but it'll be just fine, and it beats replacing this whole piece here. So let me get into it. Here's how the repair came out. Again, you know, it's pretty good, not perfect, but it'll be just fine. And then I sanded the wood and did a first coat of mildew resistant primer there, and I just ran out, but I'll have to get some more and do that. In the meantime, I flipped over that rug out there, and I'm gonna go get that cut and fit up before another snowstorm comes in. So let's go do that. So I just got the carpet trimmed down to size and gave it one final vacuum, and now I'm ready to fit it in there. It's a pretty cool rug. I've had it in my place for a long time, and my parents had it for a while. Kind of hate to cut it up, but it'll just look nice in here. It's pretty old, and you know, it was around my parents' living room couch for a long time, and there's one spot in front of one stained spot right in front of where my dad would always sit from him spilling A1 steak sauce on it or something like that. So I cut that out. I'll repurpose it in here, and I think it'll look pretty cool. A little bit of a taste of the 70s in this old motorhome here. Since I'm not doing any shag throughout here, I gotta have it somewhere. So let's see if this thing will fit. Well, after a few hours, this is what we got here. I thought this was going to be pretty easy, but stuff is definitely not very flexible. I don't know how people did whole houses with this stuff back in the day. But anyways, it's in there. I need to fasten this bottom edge here. It's just sitting there. And then there's a few wrinkles I kind of want to get out. There's nothing holding that in up there. This whole top layer is just sitting on there, so I'll attach that tomorrow and get all the edges tucked in and get it all stretched out. But the fit is pretty good so far, and I cut out my hole for the engine door here, and I have the door sitting in there and the carpet just sitting on top. So I got to attach that to the hatch, trim up the edges so it pulls out nicely and lays in there flat. But I think I'm probably going to call it for a night and pick up there tomorrow. I just got some parts in the mail too. I got this big puck light that's going to go right here for my hallway. It'll be kind of the changing room when the bathroom door is open. So I got that. I got my porch light in, and then I got these cool lighting fixtures. They kind of complement those a little bit, and these are going to be back here for reading lights for the bedroom on either side. So I'll put those in tomorrow. And a couple other things. I got some cigarette lighter ports and like a USB port so I can have a phone charging station back in the bedroom. And then I got a new start switch for the generator control here. So that way I can finally get my generator running. That switch is burnt up. So lots of stuff I'll get done tomorrow. Should be a pretty productive day. Finish the carpet and maybe get the side panels back in and all this other stuff. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, it's another day on the GMC RV, and I once again did more work, didn't film it. I went ahead and put some more fasteners in these steps here, so you can see most of that carpet's nice and flush now. I still have yet to attach the carpet for the engine cover, but it's pretty good otherwise. You know, there's nothing holding it down here in this middle part because those seat pedestals are actually going to cover that, and I want to get those down and tightened up so those hold it, and then I can iron any wrinkles outwards. But that's mainly what's going to hold the carpet down there, so not too worried about that. I did that. I went ahead and threw in my new generator switch, and that's working great. So now once I get some power run to that fuel run to the generator, that should run with no problems. I just went ahead and put my porch light on. I already had a switch wired up, so got that done. I put in my hallway puck light, so not super necessary, but there's a switch here somewhere, and it's just nice to have a little bit of extra light in here, because you open this bathroom door and you open this closet door, and there's like this little changing room area almost, and it's kind of nice to have some more light in here. You can see how dark it is without it. So got that done, and I went ahead and put these lights up that I showed you guys last night. Those came out pretty sweet. They're a little bright and a little too much of a white cool light for me. I like a yellow kind of softer glow myself, but they look pretty good, and they'll make a pretty good reading light for laying in the bed back here reading John Steinbeck. So that's what we got going on. Next step is cleaning up the plastic panels that go right there. I want to clean inside these window channels, clean the plastic, and then put that back up, and then I can get the side wood panels in. So I'll put you guys on the time lapse again and show you what that looks like. So here's the panels. So I'm getting this one cleaned up, but there's a crack in the plastic there. I've got it squeezed together so it doesn't look so bad, but it's a pretty big crack on the other side. So that gives me a chance to try out my new plastic welder. I got this thing for Christmas and I haven't been able to use it yet. So it's just got this hot plastic staple gun, and these staples, you just melt them in there and cut the tails off. So you guys are gonna get a real-time demonstration of this thing. Start off on the end, the crack. Oh wow, that heats up quick. Wow, look at that. That's pretty sweet. Gotta make sure I don't push through on the other side. I think I might have a little bit on that one. Hope not. Looks like I just barely started to burn through. So I gotta be careful of that, because that'll look worse than the crack. So, it's pretty impressive how quick it heats up though. And if this were on a finished edge, you know, you could sand this down and fill it. Never even know until it just cracks 3 inches next to it. But it's pretty good. I mean, you can only expect so much from 48-year-old plastic, though. But anyways, yeah, that works pretty sweet. Thanks, Mom. Comes with all this stuff, all kinds of different sized staples and knife mesh you can melt in there, and then all kinds of filler rod. so pretty sweet. I'm gonna put it in now. And got all these side panels back in here. Here's the plastic one, looks pretty good. But I was worried about putting it on top of the Shag because I was worried it would lift it up too much. And you can see there is a gap, you know, that little seam's uneven right there. But you know, the whole dash is kind of sagging a little bit. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to bring it up just a touch and make it match somehow, but nice and solid in there. Here's the crack, not even once, but anyways, it looks pretty good. And I got this piece trimmed up to accommodate the Shag and put back in. It's a nice clean edge in there, so really pretty happy with how all that looks. I guess I still have to put the white plastic piece right back here, so I'll do that, and then I'm going to knock out this other side. This will take a little longer because I don't have any of these pieces cut, and there's a lot more finagling to do there with all the wires and air ride controls, so we are gonna keep on trucking. Welcome back, everybody. It is I don't know if you can see, but a very frosty morning here on the Front Range. It's a balmy 15 degrees or so in here. Just fired up my heater. Today's goal is gonna do all this paneling right here. I want to do this one, but to do that one, I gotta do this one, and to do that one, I gotta attach that one to the side of the cabinet. And to attach that, I have to insulate my heater cabinet first. So first step is gonna be filling this cabinet down here with foam board insulation on the bottom and on the back. And then I can put this on. Nothing too exciting. So I'm gonna go let this thing warm up a little bit more and get that foam done, and then I'll check in with you guys afterwards. So, see you soon. Fast forward a few hours. It's a nice, almost 60 degrees in here. I've gone and insulated this whole cabinet. It's kind of hard to see, but it's all insulated with 5/8 inch foam with the foil backing. There's my air vent screen. This piece is permanently attached finally, as well as that piece. Nice to get those on. I've had them cut and just sitting in a pile for 3 weeks or something, so I'm glad to use them up. So now I gotta measure and cut this guy right here, so I guess I will get that one done. There we go. Pretty stripey. I think it looks all right. I'm not as happy with the fit on this one. There's just a touch of a gap right there. This side just put up such a fight trying to squeeze it in on top of the Shag carpet. So I was a little more cautious, cut a little extra. But I was a little too generous, I think. I could have done for less, but that'll be all right. All this is actually gonna be covered anyways by the couch. But that officially means all of this stripey stuff is done. Unless I do any more in the bedroom. But I think it looks pretty good. To be honest, I really wouldn't actually recommend using this stuff. It's not very fun to work with. It's just a cheap, you know, MDF kind of particle construction. And it's really meant to just sit flat on a piece of drywall, you know, just be glued on. So it doesn't hold fasteners well, it doesn't bend very well, it's hard to cut, and keep a clean edge. As you can see, I'm gonna have to go back and touch up a lot of this black. Not super happy with it, but I think it looks pretty good all things aside. So pretty happy to have that done though. It's really starting to look complete in here now. So now I can put the couch back in, and I got to finish up the carpet area and figure out what I'm gonna do next. And here we are, a few weeks later. I've had a bunch of stuff come up and been busy, and I just got back from a trip and now I'm sick. So I haven't filmed much, but a lot has happened. Couch is back in, it's just sitting there. Just wanted to get it out of the elements. Carpet is done, seats are back in, and these seat pedestals are in. I went ahead and stripped the carpet off and stripped those down and painted them. Put them in with new bolts. That came out really nice. Shout out to my buddy Noah, who helped me put these things back in. So all that's done, and I put in this fancy countertop, which is the remnant from my kitchen countertop, and I got these brackets on Amazon for like $8. Super cool. I can just pop that one, and this drops down out of the way. That way I can put a motorcycle there, or move my tools or something. And then when I want to sit down here and eat my breakfast and with a view, I just pull it up. And I'm going to build some folding bar stools. This one's just a temporary one for reference, but so I got a nice little bar there for my eating area. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. I just started putting this side panel in, and I'm getting ready to build a platform for the bed back here. So next video is going to be focused on finishing up the bedroom and getting a mattress in here, and then it's just going to be finish work. Appliances back in the kitchen, cabinets everywhere, extending these lights so they go all the way around, and various things like that. But we are on the home stretch here, so it's been a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think. That's gonna be it for this video, but I will see you guys in the next one.